isn't tracking right, something is not working properly.
Generational talent, your star player, the cash cow.
I want to look like more information is coming out to how Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark was targeted during the game. The WNBA stayed silent, and her father spoke out openly.
I'm Brent Clark, Caitlin's father. I've always tried to stay out of my daughter's professional life, but this time I can no longer stay silent. Caitlin left the game again due to a groin injury. We turned to the bench. She covered her head with a towel, her eyes filled with pain and helplessness. While the world saw her enduring physical pain as her father was carrying far more than that in that moment. With the utmost restraint, she was silently protesting.
The WNBA crossed a line after a brutal hit on Caitlin Clark, and her father finally spoke out, describing her pain, the league's silence, and how it became more than just a game. It was a cry for help.
Referees. This season, Caitlin has already missed games twice due to injuries, yet she continued to give her all on the court. During the game, she faced multiple instances of aggressive defense from the players, including clear physical confrontation. She tried to communicate with the referees, pleas were ignored, and even the most obvious fouls went uncalled. After the game, I saw her sitting on the bench quietly crying, yet she never complained publicly. She chooses to bear the pain in silence, but as her father, watching her endure such injustice in silence breaks my heart. She shouldn't have to endure the pain and suppression. The WNBA and the referees must address this and give Caitlin, all players, the protection and respect they deserve. She deserves better.
After a standout performance, Caitlin Clark was deliberately hit again, marking the third time this season, and as she looked to the referee, there was no call. Only silence.
Fever versus Connecticut Sun game, and I swear every time these two teams go up against one another, something happens, and it's honestly never good.
News has broke that Caitlin Clark's hurt, but you can damn near be prepared.
The viral footage was undeniable, showing a deliberate hit as Caitlin collapsed in pain, appealed to the referees, and was ignored, making it clear she was left completely on her own.
You can see here, she is dribbling down, she plants her foot, passes the ball to Kelsey Mitchell on the back door, and then when she is running back on the other end of the court, it seems like she's grabbing her.
These referees was completely ridiculous.
This wasn't random. Clark and Sheldon had a long, tense history, and years of unchecked conflict led to a deliberate act that finally went too far.
And I'm here to tell you, it is not a good moment in the fan base. Quiet online. A lot of people were starting to look like they're reselling.
Every Fever Connecticut matchup grew more physical until a deliberate knee crossed the line. The league stayed silent, fans erupted into a movement, and only widespread outrage and a father's heartbreak pushed the WNBA toward action, while Caitlin suffered quietly behind the scenes.
You know, she hides it really well, and I don't know if hiding it or she handles it is probably the right thing to say. Handles the pressure. She handles all of the media spotlight.
The injury may be more serious than reported, and with no official response, Brent said the league is risking Caitlin's career, calling it not poor officiating, but a systemic failure that abandoned its biggest star.
Cow, the one who's the reason why the Indiana Fever are.
The league's silence has sparked fan outrage, with Brent warning that if Caitlin Clark isn't protected, the WNBA risks losing everything she's built.
In the WNBA, and you have not one, not two, but three incompetent officials, all.
Fans demand accountability from the top, and Brent Clark called out the league for ignoring his daughter's pain, saying Caitlin isn't just an athlete, but a symbol of hope and the potential of women's sports. Yet, she's been left to suffer while they profit.
Importantly, they're holding Kathy accountable. The Engelbert is the commissioner of the league. She has released a statement yet to step in to address.
Brent Clark called out the referee who looked directly at Caitlin during the hit and looked away, calling it complicity, with the league's silence adding to the betrayal through inaction and ignored accountability.
Is your star player, she's having an injury that is jumping. It's not one just staying in one area. It's jumping from quad to groin. And
Brent Clark criticized Commissioner Kathy Engelbert for staying silent while Caitlin fights on the court, noting that fans are calling out the league and even tagging NBA leadership and sponsors to demand action. Brent warned that the WNBA is failing its brightest star, Caitlin Clark, whose repeated injuries and the league's inaction threaten her career, the All-Star game, and the league's credibility, urging that if they don't protect their stars, they risk losing everything she's built.